Burgess is an inspirational book that gives usable teaching techniques and fresh ideas that help engage students, foster creativity, and reignite the passion for teaching for educators. Burgess picked the concept of piracy because of the adventurous spirit that a pirate possesses. Quote unquote, they reject the status quo and refuse to conform to any society that stifles creativity and independence. He points out that the spirit of a pirate is one that we need in education. Those who are willing to use unconventional teaching methods to help spark creativity and imagination in students. Burgess divides the book into 3 parts. Part 1 is teaching like a pirate. It's the heart of the doctrine, and he dedicates a chapter for each concept. Part 2 is creating engaging lesson plans, and Part 3 is building a better pirate. Each letter of the word pirate represents a key concept related to education. The P in pirate stands for passion. Burgess explains how to feel passionate even if the subject you're teaching isn't all that exciting. He reveals that there are 3 types of passion: content, professional, and personal. Tapping into these areas that a teacher is personally passionate about can help ignite a fire. Passion is contagious and can be passed on to students. The I stands for immersion. To engage your students, you need to be fully immersed yourself. Burgess explains the concept through a comparison of a swimmer to a lifeguard. A lifeguard sits on the side of the pool and watches and may yell out a few instructions. But a swim instructor gets in the pool with the swimmer and teaches alongside them. The R stands for rapport. Getting to personally know your students and what is important to them helps build a connection between the teacher and the student. Burgess uses creative activities as a means to listen to students and get to know them, and also to get to know each other. He uses the activities in rapport building as a buy-in. The A stands for ask and analyze. Coming up with creative ideas comes from asking the right questions. Many people do not believe that they feel creative, but Burgess feels that everyone has the potential of being creative. Teachers have to keep asking questions and seeking out answers. The T stands for transformation. Boredom is one of the main reasons students tune out teachers and ultimately perform poorly in schools. Many students find history and math boring, not due to subject matter, but by the way the material is presented. Burgess suggests that teachers need to, quote, reframe the subject by adding real-world connections and creative activities. Finally, the E stands for enthusiasm. This element cannot be denied. Burgess states that if you apply nothing else in this book, by ramping up your enthusiasm will drastically make you a better teacher. The second part of this book deals with creating engaging lessons. Burgess states that many times teachers focus on the content and forget about the element of presentation. Burgess gives the analogy of a chef offering up plates, colorless, unappetizing food to drive home the point. Burgess gives numerous presentational hooks that he has used effectively in his own classroom. This is the real, quote-unquote, real meat and potatoes of the book. The Mozart hook can be used to play music from a time period that fits the lesson. For example, Burgess used spooky music to set the mood for the Salem witch trials. The kinesthetic hook can be used to bring movement, such as a game or a reenactment, to a lesson. He has also used things such as roping cattle, which was actually a stool when studying about the Old West, and for students to board a Montgomery bus when studying about the Civil Rights Movement. And he used interior design hook to rearrange the room and desk that could be a part of the assembly line when talking about mass production. He uses all these hooks for an unforgettable lesson so that students will be more likely to remember the material. The same hook technique is used in the campaign ad project that is discussed in the article, Powerful Classroom Lessons, It All Begins with the Hook, written by Bob Lenz. The article outlines a hook that was used in a California school when studying about American government campaigns and elections. The teacher begins the class with lights gradually going dark in the room and playing the presidential campaign ad from Eisenhower, which was the first television ad campaign to appear in America. The music and ad from 1952 captivates the students and draws them in. It serves as an introduction to the class and to the assignment for them to create their own research-based political campaign. The last section of Burgess's book serves as a pep talk to motivate teachers to be a great teacher. He covers the reasons that hold back teachers, such as fear of failure, fear of ridicule, and perfectionism. He insists that teachers have to decide to be great. Teachers need to keep the pirate mentality and do what they know is right for their students. Thank you.